So Bill Maher went to the mat to defend CNN and MSNBC when they were compared to Fox News. Take a look.
Well, if Fox News would stop becoming state media,
as opposed to CNN and MSNBC.
Oh, come on!
Please.
You are.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. You come on. Let's all come on.
That is a false analogy.
It's actually a totally correct analogy.
No, it's not.
Fox News has become the news of the right, and the others have become
Fox
the news
News
of the
does
left.
not report
but the
bad
regular
things.
news has fact checkers.
Yes.
No, sorry, dude. That's not a thing.
I think CNN doesn't have fact checkers.
No,
But
I think
also-
that CNN has drifted to become the analog of Fox on the other
CNN
side.
did an enormous amount to elect Trump.
They
CNN
did.
gave Trump the most amazing amount of airtime.
And also, I mean,
And what do you think their agenda was in so doing?
Well, it certainly wasn't left-wing.
You can't talk
their
anymore.
agenda.
It's not about the
their
intentions,
agenda
it's about
is-
what the policies are. If you can say things that
Not
aren't
just
true,
intentions,
then it's okay. And that's one thing. If you can say, in other places, you can say things that are not true and you get called on it.
You know what?
That's the difference.
Yes.
No, sorry. I'm sorry. You're just not watching.
Well, there is a level of accountability that CNN and MSNBC have that Fox does not have. They can never apologize.
Who is that accountability to?
To say, I'm sorry for false reporting, or anytime they make a mistake, they actually say, you think Fox ever says, sorry, we got it wrong?
Also,
Never.
Actually,
Fox
I
just-
don't watch any of them, but I've seen Fox and CNN and MSN say they got it wrong.
You know, Bill Maher always used to talk about how the conservative bubble is impossible to pop, and they're deep in there, and they can't see straight. They don't care about reality because they're so married to their narrative and to the propaganda that's being fed to them. That's how I feel watching that clip about Bill Maher and apparently his marriage to CNN and MSNBC and most of the people on the panel and how they're married to CNN and MSNBC. Because we are literally just coming off of the end of a long debacle, and it's actually continuing, unfortunately, where CNN and MSNBC and mainstream media outlets totally botched Russiagate. And they got it dead wrong. The core claim that was being pushed, primarily on MSNBC, but also on CNN, the core argument of Donald Trump is Vladimir Putin's puppet and he's a Manchurian candidate, that was destroyed. And we know, as a matter of fact, that Mueller says, hey, there's no evidence of collusion, so we can't move forward on collusion. Now, recently, Mueller's team came out and they said, well, the Barr summary wasn't totally legit and there were problems with it, and here's why. And they go on to explain that on the question of obstruction, it's not clear because apparently they gave evidence on both sides of the obstruction, on the obstruction issue. And I'm not surprised by that at all. Just the firing of Comey alone was like, whoa, you're kind of obstructing justice, aren't you? So apparently the Bob Barr, I always call him Bob, William Barr summary, whatever the fuck his name is. Apparently the Barr summary was not totally fair because it was too much leaning on the side of exonerating Trump. Whereas on the obstruction question, that's not necessarily the case. But on collusion, it is the case. On collusion, it is the case. And CNN and MSNBC were pushing this narrative that was definitely there, that collusion was definitely there. And right after this long debacle where mainstream media got it dead wrong, Bill Maher's going to act like, oh, no, it's not the same. But Fox News is the Republican propaganda arm. And I'm sorry, Bill, but the reality is MSNBC and even CNN to a lesser degree, but even CNN, they're propaganda arms of the Democratic Party. I know you don't want to believe that because you're a partisan hack, but that's the truth. Now, I think it's a fair argument to make that, hey, the impact on the national dialogue is a lot more deleterious for Fox News because they oftentimes push really bad, toxic, far-right ideas and really bigoted ideas. I think that's totally a fair point to make. That, they're not equal in the negative outcomes of what they're pushing for. That's a fair point. But that is not the point that they're making. I mean, they're trying to say, like, no, CNN and MSNBC are legit. Fox News is not legit. And no, CNN and MSNBC are not legit. They're propaganda arms of the Democratic Party. And So they care more about their narrative than they do about the truth. And when they fuck it up like they did with Russiagate, they don't even come to terms with it. Look at what just happened with Rachel Maddow. She's out there the next day going, oh, what? Here are 15 questions that we still don't have answered. Oh, is Donald Trump going to admit that Russia did attack our election? Oh. So, point is, Bill Maher and his merry gaggle of liberal idiots are just as brainwashed as they act like the Fox News viewers are. And to be fair, the Fox News viewers are. They are. They're brainwashed into that Republican propaganda. Maher and his buddies are brainwashed into the Democratic propaganda, which is why Maher fell hook, line, and sinker for the Russiagate nonsense. So spare me your sanctimonious, and notice, there was no argument from Bill. It was just, come on! Come on! Come on! That's not a point, Bill. That's a smug noise you're making. That's it. That's all that is. So, I just hope that people are willing to be objective about this stuff and put all the partisan politics aside and just look at what's true and what's not. And that's certainly not what Bill Maher does, even though he pretends that's what he's doing.